Hi everybody, and welcome to I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel, and welcome to a new question and answer series here in my kitchen. And my computer right behind me. We have another new question that I thought I'd answer and give my opinion, and you can take it how you wish. And I hope you find them informational or interesting, let's say. Now, this actual comment I've got right up on here on the screen, I'm going to put it for you to read a little bit easier, was actually in one of the Carnival Mardi Gras Facebook groups. Now, I'm a member of a few different groups. I like to sort of see what people are writing, how people respond to the questions. And this one actually had 53 comments about a fairly simple question, but I guess how you interpret it. Now, it actually talks about, this is actually from Chris Fau or Fu. And it says, I was watching a room walkthrough and they mentioned having to put your sail and sign card into the energy conservation slot in order to activate the lights and outlets in your room. So my question is, Chris's question is, can we not leave a camera or other types of batteries charging in the room while we're not inside? Now, that's actually a good question. Now, if you've cruised before or you haven't, or if you've maybe taken a hotel stay somewhere, you'll know that a lot of hotel rooms, and now cruise lines are pretty much doing it by standard on the newer ships in the last 5 or 7 years, they're putting a card slot by the door as you first walk in, and then pretty much all of the interior lights in the room are not on until you put some kind of a card in the slot. Now, the cruise lines kind of think or hope that you'll put your ship's card in the slot so that when you leave the room, you take the card out and then your lights would all go off. Now, this is actually my Costco card because obviously I'm not on the ship at the moment. Russell right there. My name is Russell, by the way. So this is my Costco card. I'm actually in Moscow, Russia right now, and we don't have a Costco. So I actually had it in my wallet when I got here. I took out all the cards I wasn't going to need, and this is one of them. So I thought I'd just show you this one. Yeah, so basically in a hotel room or on the cruise ship, obviously what we're talking about here, the cruise lines want you to put a card in the slot. Let me just point it out, which will then activate the lights in the room. And then when you leave the room, you take your own card out, which would be your sail and sign card or your ship card or your sea pass with you. Then it would basically deactivate the lights in the room and then save power or energy conservation slot. I've never really heard that before. Now, the short answer is yes, put your sail and sign card in there. But in most cases, a lot of people have come to realize that it doesn't need a barcode to read that. So essentially any card that's room card sized or even right down to business card size can go in that slot. Now the cruise lines obviously know that this is the case and a lot of people do leave any card in there. Now naturally on a larger ship like the Mardi Gras where it's got over 1,000 rooms, if every room was to leave a card in the slot and the lights were on and the power was running, obviously the energy conservation of the ship is lost a lot to that. So they obviously don't really like you leaving your card in there while you're not in the room. Also, it brings up the air conditioning as well. And obviously the power consumption on the ship is basically, I don't know, it's not unstable, but it's basically using more power, which is more fuel, which is increase the cost for operating the ship. So yeah, I mean, I know when I've cruised or even working on the ship, my roommate and I would leave a card in the slot in our crew cabin so that the lights were always on or off when we come into the... I mean, actually as crew, we're encouraged to switch our lights off in our room, in our bathroom particularly, lights in our cabin when we leave the room, regardless of the card in the slot or not, because they know we would do that. But we also don't want to basically walk out the room, forget our room key or our sail and sign, and then get locked out of our room. So by using kind of a generic card like my Costco card, it would then allow you to keep your card on your lanyard around your neck. I've actually brought my lanyard right here. This is my staff lanyard. that you could keep your card always in your lanyard or attached by the hook, and leave the room basically without forgetting your room key in the room. Hope this is making sense. Now, one thing about talks about the cameras on charge and things like that. So obviously by leaving a card in the slot, it leaves the power in the room activated, and you could leave things on charge on the plugs or sockets, if that makes sense. Now, there is actually also a secret plug on the panel above the mirror in the bathroom. This is pretty much on all cruise lines. Now, that particular plug is encouraged just for shavers and maybe toothbrushes to be plugged into. It's not a high power sourced socket. If you didn't know there was a socket there, next time you take a cruise, have a look above the mirror in the bathroom and you'll see a socket. And that plug is specifically tied into the light switch going in and out of the bathroom. So if you were to leave that something plugged in and then switch the light off, it would go off as well if you're in or out of the room regardless. So yeah, bring with you, pretty much if you've got your wallet or your purse, I guess, with you, any card in your wallet, drop it in the slot as you walk in the room, and it will basically stay working. Now, a lot of the cabin stewards obviously know that's the situation as well. When they come into your room, if you're not there and they come to make up your room, they actually have a kind of like a master key, they call it, which is basically a blank looking card which opens only the rooms in their section. And that's the card they'd put in the slot when they come into your room. And obviously they know to take it out when they leave. Again, they'd be locked out of all the rooms as well. That key that they have, the master key, is only for their section, which would be somewhere between about 17 and 30 rooms per cabin steward, depending on the section they're allocated. That key doesn't open anywhere else on the ship, except the rooms that they're allocated to. They sign out the card in the morning, and they sign it back in the evening. They don't keep that key with them at all for any reason, 100%. So yeah, I hope this answers the question about the energy conservation slot in your stateroom or cabin. Do you call it a stateroom or a cabin? Let me know. Yeah, so just basically bring a card with you or grab one out of your wallet. Ideally, anything you're not really too worried about, even if you did happen to forget it again. Some people always suggest a library card, but most people have got some sort of a shopping card or a, you know, I would say a video club card, but we don't use them anymore. But that's my Costco card as an example. So yeah, thanks for watching the video. I hope this question clears up a few things for your next cruise, or if you're a past cruiser and didn't know this. I Like Cruise Ships, the YouTube channel. We're starting this new question and answers kind of series and going a little bit more in depth about specific questions that you may have about cruising. And I can do it right here from my kitchen. And I've got my computer here set up with everything that I can basically arm myself with to answer the questions. So yeah, if you are a past subscriber, thanks for watching the channel. Thanks for coming back to watch a new video. I really appreciate it. I get lots of nice comments. I try to reply to as many comments as I can, especially the ones I know the answers to, or I put my little bit of extra into the answer. If you're new to the channel, thanks for watching. If you want to subscribe for new videos, click the subscribe. Click it, I guess. Or yeah, and if you want to give it a thumbs up if you like it or not, that's up to you. Thanks for watching, and I put another video for you right up here. I'm always going to do like this because I'm always getting confused with my left and right. A new video for you to watch, a video from the past, something that you might find interesting to keep watching from here on the channel. Okay, thanks everybody. Bye.